fire early this morning. Emergency dispatchers say the fire started on South Ann Street near Dauphin Street and say crews were first called to the home around 6:30. South Ann Street was closed at Juniata and New Dauphin Streets. According to the city, the fire started in a bedroom and was quickly contained. Luckily, no injuries were reported, and the Lancaster Fire Marshal is now investigating the cause. Tonight, police in Chambersburg are searching for a man they say killed a woman this weekend. 42-year-old Andre Romulus is wanted on one count of criminal homicide. Officers say they were called to West Washington Street around 2 yesterday morning for a welfare check on a female resident. They say when they arrived, she was unconscious and later died from her injuries. Officers say they identified Andre Romulus as the suspect. Tomorrow, a man who pled guilty to buying and selling human body parts is expected to be sentenced on federal charges. Jeremy Pauley was sentenced on state charges last year in Cumberland County for abuse of a corpse. He entered a plea deal in that case. Police arrested Pauley in 2023 after finding buckets of human remains inside his former home in Enola. A grand jury investigation found that Pauley was part of a nationwide network of people buying human remains that were stolen from Harvard Medical School. This weekend, Russian negotiators were in Miami to meet with American negotiators in the push for a peace deal to end the war in Ukraine. The negotiator for the Kremlin said talks would continue today after meeting with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for talks. On Friday, President Putin said that, quote, the ball is entirely in the court of our Western opponents, primarily the leaders of the Kyiv regime, and in this case, first and foremost, their European sponsors. We are ready for both negotiations and a peaceful resolution to the conflict. Also, right now, the U.S. military says they're in active pursuit of a third sanctioned vessel off the coast of Venezuela. According to NBC News, 2 U.S. officials have confirmed the operation. These are videos of 2 previous tanker seizures, one of which was conducted just yesterday. In today's operation, officials say the vessel is, quote, flying a false flag and under a judicial seizure order. The Trump administration had previously sanctioned 6 vessels believed to be carrying oil from Venezuela. And last week, the president ordered a blockade of sanctioned oil tankers coming and going from the country. Governor Shapiro is highlighting new investments in neurodegenerative disease research in this year's state budget. The budget sets aside $5 million to study the impact of diseases like Alzheimer's, ALS, and Parkinson's.
Neurodegenerative diseases claim far too many lives and impact too many families. And we need to do more research. We need to trust science, and we need to invest in science in order to make sure that other families don't have to deal with the kind of loss that the Mullins family had to deal with.
Governor Shapiro there is referencing State Representative Kyle Mullins, who lost his father to ALS. News 8 spoke with Mullins over the summer about a bill he introduced in the State House for increased neurodegenerative disease research funding.
There was such hope in that moment that amazing researchers, clinicians, scientists, doctors across the state, across the country, across the world were working to save his life. We're working to develop treatments and therapies to things like ALS and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's day in and day out, relying on such scarce and competitive funding.
The grant money in this year's budget builds on last year's creation of the Alzheimer's Disease and Related Disorders Office within the Pennsylvania Department of Aging. The office helps coordinate services and support for individuals living with these diseases as well as their caregivers. New tonight, a German engineer has become the first person in a wheelchair to travel to space. She landed back on Earth in Texas. Check it out.
Capsule touchdown. Touchdown. Auto seeking start. Welcome home, NS-37.
Benthouse became a wheelchair user after a mountain bike accident 7 years ago left her paralyzed. Blue Origin says the new Shepherd flight program is designed to make space more accessible. And for Benthouse, she says that she hopes her flight raises awareness about inclusivity for people with disabilities, not just in space, but also here on Earth. Still to come on News 8. a special technology helping hard of hearing children enjoy Christmas music. And the Powerball jackpot is still growing this holiday season. How large the prize is getting and when your next chance to be a billionaire is before Christmas.
We are tracking a wintry mix in our 3-day forecast. Now, we do start the work week with on a sunnier note, but we'll start to see some increasing clouds as we get into the afternoon. Then the chance for that morning mix comes in overnight Monday into Tuesday, but we'll chat about that in the full forecast in a few more minutes, guys.
First, we head to break with a look at tonight's lottery numbers.
This is coverage you can count on. WGAL News 8 at 11 continues.
Welcome back. This story always makes me smile. This holiday season, special technology is allowing kids who are deaf or hard of hearing to spread holiday cheer through music, despite the obstacles they face. Stephanie Stahl has the sweet story and was there at the show.
Sounds of the season at the Clark School for Hearing and Speech in Overbrook. Welcome to the school's holiday show, performed by preschool students who are deaf and hard of hearing.
It's a great opportunity for their parents to see all their hard work and for the community to know that deaf children can listen and talk and sing.
Ashley Weaver is the program director.
They use hearing aids, cochlear implants, and other assistive technology to access the world of sound around them and develop listening and spoken language skills to have a conversation just like you and I are now.
My name's Chase.
And how old are you, Chase? 5 years old. Chase Miller, who was born deaf, has had cochlear implants that allow him to hear since he was a baby.
There's a magnet inside of his head.
It was tough at first. We just kind of learned day by day how to handle everything and take things as they come.
In addition to learning holiday songs, these students learn a wide range of skills so they can be mainstreamed into traditional schools.
We love this event because it's a great opportunity for our students to highlight their listening and spoken language skills through music.
With songs celebrating different holiday traditions.
It's really important because they get to show their voices, that they can sing and speak and really just be themselves.
Learning to live with hearing challenges together and having fun.
I'm excited about Christmas.
Embracing this season of joy.
Now the WGAL News 8 Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Ryan Argenti.
And looking live over Lebanon now, got some mainly clear conditions. That's all thanks to high pressure building in and temperatures right into the upper 20s at this time. But it feels like 22 degrees with that westerly 5-mile-per-hour breeze. So a little chillier out there than what you would expect. But it's a quiet start to the work week thanks to high pressure, like I mentioned, building in, helping to promote plenty of sunshine early in the week. Then increasing clouds as we get into the afternoon for your Monday. Then as we get into overnight Monday into Tuesday morning, we have it set as an impact night or an impact period from overnight Monday into Tuesday for a little bit of this system bringing in a light snow mix overnight. Could see some rain, some snow, possibly some sleet with this system. But then once we get to the end of the work week, looking at a few shower chances closer to Christmas Day and also feeling milder, I'll say. We're getting into the 50s potentially by the time we make it to Friday. So let's chat about for tonight. Mainly clear, cold with decreasing winds out of the northwest, 20 to 24 degrees. Then for tomorrow morning, starting off with mostly sunny skies, 26 to 30 degrees. Then once we get to the afternoon, we'll start to see the increasing clouds with light winds out of the south. And we'll be right around the mid-30s, upper 30s range for tomorrow afternoon's high temperatures. But we hit right around 44 degrees today. That's right on par in terms of our averages. 42 is what we expect for this time of the year. 24 was earlier this morning's low. 27 degrees. That's right in the ballpark range. So nothing too much to write home. It's much different than the air that we dealt with about a week or two ago, where it felt like the Arctic, and we had temperatures below 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. But we're right around seasonable averages, and it'll remain seasonable as we get into the rest of tomorrow evening. You can see for the Hershey Park Christmas Candy Lane from 5 to 9 o'clock, still remaining mostly cloudy. That's just ahead of the system that's going to start to push through for overnight Monday into Tuesday, which we'll chat about here in just a second. 26 degrees now in Lancaster, 29 in Harrisburg, 30 in Gettysburg, but we still have a little bit of that breeze in the air. That's what's allowing for temperatures to feel more like the lower 20s in some spots and the upper teens in some other communities. So Storm Team Live Radar Network, all is quiet right now thanks to high pressure that's across the area. That's already built in towards portions of the Commonwealth. That's going to sit overhead for our Monday afternoon. But then once we start to get beyond Monday afternoon into the evening, here comes a little bit of a band of some snow that's going to start to move through as we get into Monday evening. Now I'm going to stop the clock here around this time, or around Tuesday morning. You can see it looks like we could see some snow. Now let's chat about this. This specific model data that we're seeing, this is called the graph model. So this is suggesting that we're seeing some snow possibly, but look off towards the west. We're looking at a mix possibly of some sleet, also some rain. You see this? Here's another model data that we're also seeing. Look at this model. This is the American model that we're using. So you can see there's a little bit more pink in this mix here, a little bit of some snow, also some rain. So we're pretty confident that we're going to be seeing a wintry mix as we get into overnight Monday into Tuesday. But the challenges here is that there's not a whole lot of moisture to be working with overall in the system. And also we have temperatures that are borderline around that freezing mark. Some communities are below freezing, and then there's some communities that are going to be above freezing. So that's really going to determine whether or not other communities see more snow than sleet or vice versa. So that's something that we're going to be actively watching as we get into overnight Monday into early Tuesday, watching that wintry mix. Again, the challenges here is just we have not a whole lot of moisture and borderline temperatures below freezing, but they'll continue to rise through the afternoon. But we may see a slow morning commute for your Tuesday along with some slick travel. But you see that 54 there? You saw that briefly? Look at this. By the time we get to Friday, getting above average in terms of our temperatures by the end of the week. Looking at a chance of some scattered showers for your Thursday or Christmas Day. So maybe a little bit wet for your commute there for Thursday and Friday. Looking ahead to Saturday and Sunday of next weekend, could see another chance of some rain and snow, guys. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Well, we are heading into our final couple of 25 nights of lights, and tonight we're heading to Lebanon County. This is the Benz's Christmas display in Palmyra, with the house covered in lights and inflatables lining the lawn. There's Bluey, penguins, and so much more. And remember, you can find all of the houses featured on this year's 25 Nights of Lights. Just head to our website, WJL.com.